In this video, we want to apply the blur tool to some backgrounds, and then we're going to use those backgrounds to do some layering with images. At this point, you should have been instructed to download some images from the Student Drive B. For the distance learners, there is a link to a Google Drive folder that you can use to download some selected images. So make sure you have that done, ask for any help that you need, and then come on back here and we'll learn how to use that blur tool. So once you have the images copied either to your ThoughtSpace or if you've downloaded them from the Google Drive, go ahead and open up one of the images. The next step is to duplicate the image. And give it a name. Because this image is going to be primarily used as a background, we can go ahead and blur it. We're most interested in the colors and the textures because we're going to lay another image over the top of it. Let's go find the blur tool. It's over on the toolbar right here, teardrop looking tool. Point to it, tells you it's the blur tool. Right click, you'll see there's some other options available. So make sure that blur tool is selected. Also be sure caps lock is not on, otherwise your brush will remain a black cross. We want a circle. Now notice up at the top here on the ribbon you have the strength of the brush. Mine is at 50%. We're going to put that up to 100. Brush type I'm going to keep as a soft brush. And then the size of the brush is going to be pretty large because we're going to paint the whole picture. So I'm using the brackets. Right bracket, enlarge that brush. Left bracket, make it smaller. So we just make it large because we're going to paint this whole thing. We're going to blur the entire image. So just click and just start painting through that. And once you've painted the entire image with the blur that you wish to use, come on over to the history. So there's the blurred version. I'm going to go back in time, and so you can see the difference there. There's the original. I can come back and add all that blur in. And then once you've done that, final step, File, Save As. And we'll modify the name a little bit. We'll call that Background 1 Blur. And be sure to save that in your ThoughtSpace. So do that for about 3 to 5 images. And that will conclude this video on blurring an image.